Every February in the United States, we celebrate Black History Month. And in this particular 28 or 29 days, depending on the month, we celebrate all the achievements that African Americans have provided the United States. But a day before that, we had our good brother Tyrese do a little bit of trolling, and it has Black people pissed off. As you can see here in this photo, this is Tyrese photoshopped as a Hispanic or a Mexican. And why is that the case? Well, this is what he had to say. Hispanic music! The internet is undefeated. I posted my caption 4 days ago, 3 days before Black History Month started. For your information, LOL. Nobody. In my caption, my last paragraph stated, of course, we are beyond powerful, influential, and successful. But imagine if we truly all linked up like other communities have linked, poured and built up on each other instead of moving as fragmented as we are moving now and being so insecure and competitive, aka dysfunctional. We are the most powerful culture in the world. This is why they are so threatened and intimidated by the idea of us ever linking up. We have what it takes to take over the world. We are nothing trying to do it alone. Please chime in. Would love to know your thoughts on this. Now, this particular situation pissed off a lot of people in the Black world. In fact, so much I kept getting messages about it. It pissed off one person in particular, Dr. Umar Johnson.
I'm in Gullah Geechee land, my brother. Don't tell me that you... Do I got Tyrese's number in my phone? I'm going to have to see if I still got my brother's number. I got to call Tyrese. Can somebody please text me the clip, inbox me the clip, Facebook Messenger me the clip, email me the clip? You not going to tell me my brother Tyrese Gibson told the world that he don't want to be an African. I know my brother Tyrese did not sell out on Black History Month. Did he say this today or yesterday? He didn't say this during Black History Month, did he? Tyrese couldn't have said this during Black History. Oh my goodness, Tyrese, my brother. Do you wish you was an Afro-Latino? Or do you wish you was a white Latino, Tyrese? Because the African Latinos are African just like you. Or do you wish you was a white Latino, my brother Tyrese? Wishing to be something other than African, that's self-hate. I'm going to have to do some self-hate therapy for Black celebrities. I'm going to have to do some self-hate therapy for Tyrese, how dare you, my brother? We got to talk, Tyrese. Call me, my brother. Same number. We got to talk, my brother. I know you did not say you wish you was Latino on the second day of Black History Month. I know you didn't do that, my brother.
But the question is, does he have a point? Without everybody getting into their feelings, there was a video that a Latino man put out on TikTok, and I have the video right here. Here's what he said about Black people and sticking together.
Yo, what's good? This video right here, I'm making it for Black people. That's right, Black people. You know how y'all Black people look at us and say, damn, why is Chico driving that badass truck? Why is Amigo having that badass car? You know how that is? We stick together. Us Hispanics, we work together. We help each other out. As a Hispanic, you know what I have seen with Black people? You guys always trying to compete against each other. Who's got the better car? Who's got the better truck? Who's got the better? Always comparing each other. Always trying to fight each other. Always trying to put each other down. Y'all need to work together, like us Hispanics do. That's the difference between Hispanics and Black people. That's why a Hispanic starts a business. Most of the time, he's successful because he's not doing it all by himself. He's got help. We work together. Y'all Black people need to do that. Stick together, help each other out. Stop the competing. That's not helping. Peace.
Now, again, this concept is not new. Dr. Claude Anderson warned the African American community in 1995 what was to come if we didn't stick together.
We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are, because this country operates off of a preferential acceptance program, which means that groups are coming in based on skin color. They're going from the lightest down to the darkest. Light, yellow, brown, black. And that's what our immigration laws are based on. And black folk would not be able to penetrate through those groups to get to the white society when that happens, because those groups owe us nothing. They don't understand our problems, and they are competitive with us, and we don't begin to be a little more aggressive about being in a competitive posture. They're going to eat our lunches.
And I don't think that Tyrese is trying to sell out. I think what Tyrese is trying to do is make a point. We need to understand that together we win. But the problem is this: you can't have unity when you don't have accountability and trust. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Let's look at our politics. Most people hired to help African Americans by African Americans have no level of accountability. Isn't that the case with Tiffany Henyard in Dayton, Illinois, or Latoya Cantrell in New Orleans, or Fannie Willis in Atlanta? There's never any accountability. So how can you come together or stick together when you don't want to follow through on what you said you were going to do? And that's something the Hispanic community can do. Like, for example, let's go back to Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson would not be allowed to participate if he was Jewish or Indian or Chinese because of the track record that Dr. Umar Johnson has. How can he even be considered a voice in any community when the guy is a complete loser? I hate to say that, but it's true. The guy has followed through on nothing that he promised. However, you want to have that person going around on the Breakfast Club telling people what they should be doing, when in the white community, in the Asian community, in the Indian community, Dr. Umar Johnson would be ousted from that community. The reality is, when you have no accountability in the community, you can't stick together, because if you can't punish people, then you can't reward people. Our community works backwards. We reward people for doing stupid stuff. That's even different from Hispanic gangs and black gangs. Hispanic gangs have a particular code of conduct, which is why if they defect, they already know what's going to happen to them. Whereas with the blacks, we can do whatever we want. And the reason why we don't want to stick together is because there's no penalty in not sticking together. There's nothing to be enforced. There is no community. And it would be great to say, you know what? We need to come together and work together as a group. But it has to be consequences for when you offend the group. And it needs to be enforced. But unless you have the ability to punish or reward, you don't get anybody coming together. That's the sacrifice that the Latinos do. They work together, and when you don't work together or when you destabilize the group, there are harsh consequences. We don't want to do that. And so because you don't want to do that and everybody wants to do whatever the hell they want to do, you can't say you want to be Hispanic, or you can't say you want to be like the Chinese or Hindus or Indians. Communities that we know work together in the States because they have what? Leadership. That's another thing that we typically don't have. We don't have mentors in the community. We don't have people that hold the community accountable. We don't know how to hold our leaders accountable. And again, it's easy to say that, but it takes work. That's why he said if a Hispanic starts a business, they're successful, because we know you got to go support that business. What about the black community? Sad music? I ain't gonna go support them jiggers. I'm hating on them anyway. You know what? I'm gonna take my money and go buy it from the white store down the street. That costs $4 more. I'm gonna teach those jiggers about dealing with me. Yeah. Working together takes sacrifice. Building communities takes sacrifice. It takes leaders who don't want to be clout chasers and being at the top.
I beg your pardon?
To do what you gotta do. It takes work. It takes investing. It takes sacrificing. It takes working with people to build a community and sticking together. You have to incentivize folks. And if we're not willing to do that, we can get mad all we want. The fact is, other groups put that work and that time in. They have elders, they have systems, and we don't have systems. And to be honest, how many of us want systems? I don't think so. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.